The concept of eco in Passages on the Pure Land Way and Teaching, Practice, and Realization. It has long been recognized that Passages on the Pure Land Way and Teaching, Practice, and Realization are closely related. Traditionally, the former has been known as the short collection of scriptural passages, in contrast to the latter, known as the long collection or long text. Thus, the two works have been viewed as two versions, short and long, of essentially the same work. There are, however, structural differences, a consideration of which will illuminate both Shinran's thought and the nature of Passages on the Pure Land Way. In Teaching, Practice, and Realization, Shinran introduces eco early, toward the beginning of the chapter on teaching. There, he presents the two aspects of eco and lists teaching, practice, shinjin, and realization as elements of eco for our going forth to the Pure Land. By contrast, in Passages on the Pure Land Way, no mention of eco is made in the opening prefatory section or the section on teaching. It is not until the next section on practice that the two aspects of eco are presented, and there Shinran states, quote, "Regarding the aspect for our going forth, there is the great practice, there is the pure shinjin," close quote. In Passages on the Pure Land Way, only practice and shinjin are mentioned as facets of eco for going forth. This raises two questions. First, does Shinran's treatment of eco and Passages on the Pure Land Way mean that at the time he wrote that work, he did not consider teaching and realization to be aspects of Amida's eco for our going forth? Second, if that is not the case, and, as in Teaching, Practice, and Realization, he considers all four elements to be included in eco for going forth, why does he introduce eco in the section on practice and not earlier? Regarding the first question, the section on realization concludes, quote, "Whether with regard to the cause for birth in the Pure Land, that is, practice and shinjin, or to the fruition, that is, realization, there is nothing whatever that has not been fulfilled through Amida Tathagata's directing of virtue to beings out of the pure vow mind," close quote. Here, Shinran states that realization is in fact the culmination of directing virtue for our going forth. That realization is part of eco for going forth, in particular, is clear from the fact that eco for returning to this world is taken up following the section on realization. Moreover, concerning teaching, although no explanation is given concerning its relationship with eco in Passages on the Pure Land Way, since teaching refers to the words of Sakyamuni Buddha that are accepted and followed by sentient beings, it clearly emerges from the Buddha and reaches beings. That it is directed by the Buddha requires no explicit statement. To go to the second question, then, if teaching, practice, shinjin, and realization are all considered elements of eco for going forth in Passages on the Pure Land Way, as well as in teaching, practice, and realization, why does Shinran introduce the two aspects of eco in the section on practice in the Passages on the Pure Land Way, mentioning as manifestations of eco for going forth only practice and shinjin? It is probably because the special significance of eco as the core of the Pure Land Way lies in the understanding that practice is Amida's directing of his virtue to beings through other power. Hence, in presenting the essentials of the Nembutsu teaching, it is natural to take up eco in relation to practice.